Chosen one, stop right now. What I'm about to reveal will completely change your life in the coming hours. Do you feel this urgent calling in your spirit? It's no coincidence this message reached you today. The entire spiritual universe moved, so you would be here at this exact moment. This is the hour of your total transformation. Will you let this divine opportunity slip through your fingers, or will you grasp it with all the strength of your soul? The decision must be made now. Pause this video, leave your like, subscribe to the channel, and write abundance in the comments to activate the supernatural flow of blessings. I need you to listen to me with complete attention. The blessed future prepared for you depends on your willingness to receive this powerful message until the end. Chosen one, have you ever wondered why some people seem to attract miracles like a magnet, while others remain trapped in endless cycles of struggle and scarcity? The answer is before your eyes right now. The entire heaven, with all its infinite treasures and countless blessings, was just waiting for a move from you, a single act of true, genuine, and unshakable faith. When you woke up today, the spiritual universe was already stirring, mobilizing invisible armies, preparing a torrent of blessings to pour over your life. It wasn't by chance that your eyes landed on this message today. It wasn't a coincidence that you felt that inner impulse to pay attention. It was divinely orchestrated, meticulously planned for this specific moment, when your life is about to experience a monumental turning point. The faith you demonstrate now, at this exact moment, is the golden key that unlocks the celestial gates of provision. Imagine yourself standing under skies that have been closed for so long, watching heavy clouds forming, feeling that electricity in the air that precedes a powerful storm. That's exactly what's happening in the spiritual realm. The first drops are already beginning to fall, subtle signs that something extraordinary is about to flood your existence. How long have you waited? How long have you prayed, cried out, searched? How long have you wondered when your situation would finally change? The waiting time is over. The moment you allowed your faith to rise above circumstances, above seemingly unsolvable problems, above unpaid bills and closed doors, heaven began to move in your favor with an intensity never before seen in your life. Do you see that small opportunity that recently emerged? That unexpected idea that came to your mind? That surprising phone call? These aren't coincidences. They're the first drops of the miraculous rain your faith activated. It's just the beginning of a deluge of blessings heading toward your life. Each drop contains promises of transformation. Each drop carries the power to change your reality. This isn't an empty promise or superficial words of encouragement. It's a prophetic declaration about what's already happening in the spiritual realm. The manifestation is already underway. For every second you remain firm in faith, gallons upon gallons of divine provision are released over your life. Your attitude of faith has triggered a chain reaction in the invisible world that cannot be stopped by any earthly force. Many around you doubted. They criticized your dreams, questioned your vision, laughed at your hope. Perhaps you yourself doubted for too long, allowing negative circumstances to suffocate the flame of your faith. But now, heaven recognizes your determination. It recognizes that you won't give up this time, that you won't turn back, that you'll remain firm until you see the complete manifestation. Your persistence, even when everything seemed impossible, even when there was no visible sign of change, touched the divine heart. At this moment, decrees are being signed in your favor. Angels are being commissioned for your cause. Doors that seemed locked with 1,000 padlocks begin to open mysteriously. People who don't even know your name are being awakened during the night with the irresistible impulse to contribute to your blessing. Your act of believing, of trusting, of hoping against all hope has activated the gears of the supernatural. Heaven is no longer waiting, it's acting. And you'll see in the coming days how every area of your life will be flooded by this miraculous rain that your faith unlocked. The moment of your turning point isn't coming, it has already arrived. The moment you believed, heaven began to release the rain. Chosen one, prepare yourself for what's about to happen in your life. What's coming your way isn't a light drizzle, it isn't a delicate dew, it isn't some occasional drops of blessing. It's a powerful torrent, a supernatural deluge of provision that will flood every area of your existence with such force that you'll have difficulty absorbing it all at once. When God decides to bless, He doesn't do it halfway. He doesn't release blessings with calculated measures or counted portions. He completely opens the celestial floodgates, allowing an avalanche of favors, opportunities, resources, and provisions to descend upon your life. The era of scarcity in your life has definitively ended. The time has come for overflowing abundance, for more than enough, for the surplus that will allow not only to meet your needs but also to bless others around you. Have you ever felt that sensation of relief when it finally rains after a long season of drought? That unique smell of wet earth, the comforting sound of drops hitting the dry soil, the instant renewal that transforms the landscape. Multiply that sensation by 1,000. That's what's happening now in the spiritual realm over your life. The celestial reservoirs have been opened and provision is descending with full force. This torrent of blessings knows no obstacles. No financial barrier is strong enough to block it. No complex legal situation is too complicated to prevent it. No grave medical diagnosis is serious enough to stop it. No closed door can resist its pressure. This rain will come through paths you never imagined, through people you never expected, at moments that will seem perfectly orchestrated to cause maximum impact in your life. What seemed impossible yesterday will become your new reality. Bills that seemed unpayable will be settled one after another. Debts that seemed endless will begin to diminish and disappear. Opportunities that seemed distant will knock at your door insistently. Resources that were lacking will appear in such surprising ways that you'll have no choice but to recognize divine intervention. This isn't a simple temporary improvement in your conditions. It's a permanent transformation in your standard of living. In the coming weeks, you'll look back and hardly believe how quickly everything changed. People will ask, what was the secret? What was the formula for your sudden prosperity? Friends who drifted away during your times of struggle will suddenly reappear, amazed at the visible transformation in your life. Family members who doubted your choices will have to acknowledge that something powerful is happening. And you'll know it was this divine torrent, this supernatural rain that was released over your life the moment your faith aligned with divine power. The torrent that's coming isn't just financial, although you'll certainly see miracles in your finances. It's a complete flood that will bring restoration to your health, peace to your mind, harmony to your relationships, and clarity to your purpose. Each drop of this miraculous rain carries the power to transform everything it touches, to renew what was worn out, to bring life to what seemed dead. Prepare yourself, chosen one. It won't be a timid drip or a brief shower. It will be a continuous torrent, a deluge of blessings that will transform the desert of your life into a lush garden, scarcity into abundance, lack into excess. You'll be known as one who lives under a constant rain of divine favors. From now on, the expression "not enough" will be removed from your vocabulary. It won't be a drip. It will be a heavy rain of provision that won't cease. Understand this powerful principle that governs the spiritual universe. No seed planted with genuine faith is forgotten or lost. Every effort, every prayer, every act of obedience, every sacrifice, every offering, every gesture of kindness you've sown over the years hasn't been in vain. Nothing went unnoticed. Nothing was wasted. The time for divine harvest has arrived. For how long have you wondered if it was worth it? For how long have you looked at the seemingly infertile soil of your life and questioned if your seeds would ever germinate? How many times have you sown in tears without seeing any sign that the harvest would come? The time of doubt is over. The miraculous rain being poured out now has a specific purpose: to water every seed of faith you planted, even those you had already forgotten or given up on. Remember that opportunity you invested in, even when everyone around you said it was crazy. That project that seemed to bear no fruit despite all your effort. That good deed you did in secret, that no one recognized or thanked you for. That word of faith you declared over your life when everything seemed lost. That talent you developed even without having a place to apply it. That offering you made when you barely had enough for yourself. These seeds didn't die. They weren't lost. They were just waiting for the right season, the perfect moment, this miraculous rain to germinate with full force. What you're about to witness is an accelerated and supernatural harvest. Under normal conditions, a seed takes time to absorb water, break its shell, create roots, sprout, grow, and finally bear fruit. It's a natural process that follows its own rhythm. But when supernatural rain falls, the process is divinely accelerated. Natural laws are suspended. Time is compressed. Prepare to see results in days that would normally take years. See businesses prosper in weeks when it would normally take months. Contemplate relationships being restored in moments when they would normally require long journeys of reconciliation. This miraculous rain isn't a common rain. It carries special nutrients, divine favor, supernatural anointing, multiplied grace, that not only water your seeds, but enhance their growth in ways that defy understanding. What you planted in faith will be multiplied beyond the natural laws of cause and effect. Where you expected to reap 30-fold, you'll reap 100-fold. Where you planted modestly, you'll harvest abundantly. Your past efforts weren't in vain, your tears weren't wasted, your prayers weren't forgotten, your offerings weren't ignored. Each act of faith was a seed planted in the soil of your future. And now, with this miraculous rain, the garden of your life will bloom with an abundance that will leave everyone amazed, including yourself. Look around you in the coming weeks. Abandoned projects will suddenly gain new life. Relationships that seemed irretrievably lost will be restored in surprising ways. Investments that seemed stagnant will begin to yield impressive returns. Talents that were dormant will flourish with extraordinary vigor. Doors that remained closed for years will unexpectedly open. Opportunities you didn't even know existed will emerge like sprouts after the rain. Every area of your life where you planted seeds of faith will experience explosive growth. Your finances, your health, your relationships, your career, your ministry, all fields where you sowed in faith will be watered by this miraculous rain. Some fruits will appear so quickly that you'll barely have time to process one blessing before another appears. Chosen one, your patience will be abundantly rewarded. The season of planting in dry land is over. The season of watering with tears has ended. The hour of harvest has arrived. Every seed you planted with faith will be not only watered, but enhanced by this miraculous rain of provision. Prepare the barns, expand your horizons, extend your expectation. The harvest will be greater, faster, and more abundant than anything you've ever imagined or dreamed possible. Your past efforts will be rewarded with divine harvest. Your attention has been in the wrong places for too long. You've been looking sideways at people, at circumstances, at human institutions, expecting your help to come from these limited sources. You've placed your hopes in horizontal solutions, in doors that men can open or close, in resources that can be granted or denied. But now is the moment to completely change your perspective, to adjust your focus, to look up. The help you've been seeking for so long is descending from above, like a vertical rain that falls directly upon your life. For how long have you been trying to solve everything with your own strength? For how long have you relied exclusively on your talents, your connections, your qualifications? For how long have you been running from one side to another, knocking on closed doors, begging for opportunities that never materialize, trusting people who frequently disappoint. The cycle of frustration ends today. Your provision won't come through common paths, won't follow conventional methods, won't respect human limitations. It will come through a vertical intervention directly from heaven, like a rain that descends precisely on the desert of your need. This is the beauty of the divine provision being poured out on you now. It doesn't obey natural laws or earthly limitations. It doesn't depend on the global economy, isn't subject to inflation or recession, isn't limited by the job market, isn't influenced by government policies, isn't restricted by who's in power. It's an inexhaustible source, an unlimited resource, an infinite supply that flows directly from above to precisely meet your needs. Each drop of this miraculous rain contains exactly what you need at the exact moment. It's as if each blessing had your name written on it. Each provision was personalized specifically for your unique situation. Need a job? The rain brings opportunities that perfectly match your talents. Need healing? The rain brings restoration to the exact areas of your body that need intervention, need direction. The rain brings clarity for the specific decisions you face. Need peace? The rain precisely calms the inner storms that have been disturbing your spirit. Nothing will be lacking. No area of your life will remain dry or undernourished. You're about to experience what it means to have your needs supernaturally supplied. No more supplied halfway, no more almost there, no more by a hair's breadth, no more just enough to survive, but supplied abundantly, overflowingly, excessively. The God of more than enough, the God of unlimited abundance, the God of infinite resources is pouring out on you what you need, and much, much more beyond. Help will come from above. You won't lack anymore. In the coming weeks, you'll live an extraordinary experience, divine coincidences happening daily. People you haven't seen in years will contact you out of nowhere with exactly what you needed. Opportunities will arise at mathematically perfect moments. Resources will appear from sources you didn't even know existed. Doors will open in sequences that will seem carefully orchestrated to cause maximum positive impact in your life, because they are. It's the rain of provision falling strategically on every aspect of your existence. The times of almost there are over. The days of by a narrow margin have come to an end. The era of not this time is finished. Now is the time of more than enough, of overflowing, of abundant, of excessive. You'll look at your needs and then at your provision and will only be able to say one thing: this can only be supernatural. This can only be divine. Scarcity was a necessary season to strengthen your faith, to refine you in the fire of difficulties, to prepare you for the abundance that would come. But that season has definitely ended. The rain is falling now, and with it, everything you need and much more is being released in your direction. Raise your hands, open your heart, expand your capacity to receive. Provision is falling like torrential rain over your life. Help comes from above, and it won't lack any more. Chosen one, have you ever tried to open a padlock with the wrong key? No matter how much force you apply, how persistent you are, how determined you are, if the key isn't the right one, the door remains closed. For how long have you been trying to unlock the doors of abundance, of health, of restored relationships, of unlimited opportunities with the wrong keys? The key of self-effort, the key of human connections, the key of luck or chance, the key of manipulation, the key of anxiety, the key of worry. All have their place, all can open small temporary doors, but none of them was designed to unlock celestial treasures. None of them can open the floodgates of the miraculous rain waiting to flood your life. Only one key has that supreme power: the master key of unshakable faith. This faith isn't a passing feeling or an occasional positive thought. It isn't a vague hope or an uncertain wish. It's a deep conviction rooted in your spirit that remains firm when everything around screams the contrary. It's the certainty that what was promised will be fulfilled, even when natural eyes see no evidence whatsoever. It's the unshakable conviction that the invisible is more real than the visible, that promises are more substantial than problems, that provision is already guaranteed even when scarcity seems to reign. Every spiritual lock that prevented your progress, every barrier that blocked your blessings, every obstacle that delayed your manifestation is being removed at this moment. The lock of financial limitation that kept you in scarcity, being undone by the master key of faith. The lock of chronic illness that robbed your quality of life, being broken by the master key of faith. The lock of toxic relationships that drained your energy, being eliminated by the master key of faith. The lock of denied opportunities that frustrated your dreams, being opened by the master key of faith. Your faith is turning the key in each of these locks, releasing the flow of miraculous rain. The sound you hear in the spirit now is the click of padlocks opening, of chains falling, of blessing doors being flung wide open, of barriers being torn down. It's the moment of the great unlocking in your life. What was withheld is being released. What was frozen is flowing again. What was stagnant is in accelerated movement. What seemed impossible is becoming not only possible, but imminent. The beauty of this master key is that it doesn't unlock just one area of your life. It's not a specific key for finances, another for health, another for relationships. When you activate your faith at a deeper level, when you reach that point of absolute conviction, all areas experience the unlocking simultaneously. It's a domino effect of opening, where one unlocked door leads to another, which leads to another, creating a corridor of opportunities and blessings that extends to the horizon of your life. In the coming days, you'll see physical, tangible, undeniable evidence of this spiritual unlocking. People who never returned your calls will contact you with surprising proposals. Doors that seemed sealed forever, that you had already given up trying to open, will open effortlessly before you, as if they had been unlocked by invisible hands. And they were. Resources that seemed inaccessible, that were beyond your reach, will suddenly be at your disposal. Your past of struggles and frustrations will be just a distant memory in the face of the new reality of open doors and unobstructed paths that unfolds before you. Chosen one, your faith has reached the activation point. The master key is turning in the spiritual locks that for so long have kept your blessings prisoner. The celestial floodgates are open, the locks have been removed, the padlocks have been broken, the seals have been broken. And now, with no obstacle in the way, the miraculous rain descends unimpeded upon every aspect of your life. Every spiritual lock has been removed. Now the rain descends. Have you ever danced in the rain? Not a restrained dance, not a few timid steps, but a complete celebration, a total abandonment, an expression of pure joy when you allow the drops to fall freely upon you, spinning with open arms, laughing like a child, not caring about getting completely soaked. That's exactly what you'll experience spiritually in the coming days, a spontaneous, irrepressible, contagious celebration dance in the rain of divine provision. The days of lamentation are over. The moments of head down, shoulders curved by the weight of worries, spirit downcast by constant struggle, have definitely ended. The era of tears of sadness has been completely replaced by tears of uncontained joy. The season of sighs of discouragement has given way to shouts of celebration. A new era begins now in your life, an era of jubilation, of overflowing gratitude, of constant amazement. When the miraculous rain falls with full intensity, watering every dried-up area of your existence, the natural, instinctive, irrepressible response is dance. What's coming is so extraordinary, so above the ordinary, so surprisingly abundant, that often you'll have difficulty processing the reality of what's happening. It will seem unreal, like a dream from which you fear waking up. You'll look at your own life at the radical transformation in every area, and will have difficulty believing that all that is really happening to you. People around you will be equally amazed at the visible, palpable, undeniable change. Some will say it's coincidence, others will call it luck, some will try to find rational explanations, but you'll know the truth. It's the manifestation of the miraculous rain of provision. This dance won't just be because of material blessings, although they will be abundant and visible. It won't just be for the money that flows, for the resources that arrive, for the doors that open, for the prosperity that manifests. It will be mainly for the inner liberation that accompanies provision, for the profound transformation that occurs in your being when scarcity is replaced by abundance, when fear gives way to confidence, when anxiety transforms into peace. The anxiety that consumed your nights, that stole your sleep, that kept you awake planning and worrying, will be completely replaced by tranquil, deep, restorative sleep. The fear that paralyzed your movements, that prevented you from making decisions, that kept you trapped in your comfort zone, will give way to confidence that propels your actions and leads you to conquer new territories. The uncertainty that clouded your decisions, that left you in constant doubt, will be dissipated by the crystal clear clarity that illuminates your path like a beacon in the darkness. You'll dance when you see bills being paid one after another, like dominoes falling in perfect sequence. You'll dance when opportunities emerge from such unexpected places that they can only be explained as divine intervention. You'll dance when relationships that seemed irretrievably lost are restored in ways that defy all human logic. You'll dance when your health flourishes again, when symptoms that tormented you for years simply disappear. You'll dance when your purpose becomes clearer than ever, when the fog of confusion completely dissipates, revealing a perfectly illuminated path before you. This dance will be contagious, like all authentic manifestations of joy. Your celebration will trigger a domino effect of celebration around you. Those who witness your transformation will be inspired to believe for their own miracles. Your family, who may have doubted your dreams, who may have questioned your faith, will join the celebration, unable to deny the evidence of transformation before their eyes. Your friends, who may have distanced themselves during difficult times, will return to marvel at what's happening in your life and will want to know the secret of your sudden prosperity. It won't be just a passing moment of happiness. It won't be a brief sensation of relief. It won't be a temporary improvement that will soon give way to old problems. It will be a lifestyle of continuous celebration, of permanent gratitude, of daily recognition of the blessings that continue to flow without interruption. Each new day will bring new reasons to dance, new evidence of the supernatural provision that was unleashed in your life. Chosen one, prepare your heart, your spirit, and your body to dance like never before. Move the furniture, make space, because your life will be a stage of constant celebration. The rain is falling, the celestial music is playing, and a new rhythm is being established in your existence. Let joy flow without restrictions. Allow your body to express what words cannot describe. You will live days so blessed, so extraordinarily favored, so miraculously prosperous that they will seem unreal, but they will be your new reality. The era of scarcity is definitely over. The era of celebration has begun. You will dance in the rain of provision,